Yo, what is going on everyone? GuidingLight here back with another video, and it has been quite a while since I've made one of these Destiny 2 videos, but in this one, I'm going to show you guys how you can actually have a ton of fun in this game right now by running certain weapons. So it's been quite a while since I've actually run this weapon. I honestly don't think I've ever used it since like year one of the game. But lately, I've been getting back on with the new events and stuff, and I have actually been running this Crimson. So I've only been using this gun for about a day or two, and ever since putting the tracker on it, we've already gotten up to about 430 kills in as little as like a day or two. Now, on top of that, we're going to be using the new Title SMG. This weapon did come out a few years ago, but they've added new perks, so I do highly suggest you get one with rangefinder. Then once you get one, either put on backup mag or targeting adjuster. Now, for heavy weapons, obviously that's going to be kind of be your preference. But for the armor and stats that I'm running, I am running double unflinching void for that SMG. I've got my dexterity on for my primary and my kinetic loader. And then on top of that, we have double void targeting also for that SMG. Now, if you keep in mind, guys, Crimson actually will reload itself on headshots. So that actually is a pretty big benefit if you're a hunter, because that means you don't necessarily have to run that shade step, which will reload your weapon for you. And you don't really necessarily need to put the reloader on your gauntlets either, because you're always going to be getting those headshots. So in today's video, guys, I'm going to be showing you guys two different gameplays. One where I was playing a little bit more passive, where I ended up going 36-0 with this setup. So it was definitely pretty nice to have this setup on. Now, I am going to be playing Supremacy. Keep in mind that you will get extra super energy in this game mode when you pick up these crests. So that is part of the reason why I will be getting so many supers. Now, unfortunately, I was not able to record this on my capture card, so that is why we're stuck in 720p today. But if you guys enjoyed this video and I said you guys want to see more of these videos, I definitely will increase the quality for the next one. So in this gameplay, guys, we're going to be going 36-0. And then in the next clip, I'm going to show you guys to prove to you just how much fun this weapon is. I almost got the world's fastest we ran out of medals. I ended up getting a 16 kill streak in as little as 55 seconds, but then ended up dying to Jotun. I honestly wasn't even really trying to go for it. I was just trying to have a good time and have some fun in this new game mode, but realized after the fact that I was actually pretty close to getting that we ran. So this setup is extremely fun to use in Supremacy. I definitely don't think it will matter too much what character you use it on. It will definitely be pretty good on all of them. Now, I'm not running any sort of targeting adjusters for my hand cannon or anything like that. This is just strictly how good this gun is. So technically, you could probably make it be a little bit better if you were to put on something like unflinching or even the targeting. But it's just the sheer fact that the gun has so much range, does so much damage, and then will reload itself on headshots, which make this class setup just completely insane. Now, ever since this game came out, I would always run special ammo. I would never be the type of person to run a double primary. But with this setup, you guys, you don't even really need special ammo, and I feel like it just distracts you from getting kills. So when you get a kill, obviously the enemies are going to drop special ammo, and then half the time you have to run out of your way just to go and pick it up. And then you're stuck wasting even more time trying to reload and then swap the weapons back and forth. And so having two primary weapons has actually been a lot of fun and a big change for me. I've honestly been enjoying the game a lot more though without the special ammo, because you don't have to go out of your way to just go and pick up ammo packs, and I just don't find myself getting caught in gunfights when I'm trying to reload anymore. On top of that, if you have a sniper on or something like that, then it forces you to play a certain way. With this setup, you can really be at just about any range and still be able to do pretty solid damage to your opponents. So once you get used to the 3-round burst of this hand cannon and you realize that the gun barely really has any recoil at all, if you can consistently hit those headshots like you're seeing me do here in this video, you will notice just how fast this gun melts. Now, the SMG we're running is the Title. Obviously, there are better SMGs out there, but this one, in terms of the fact that you have to run a secondary, you can't really run any exotics and stuff like that. I found the Title with this role to actually be pretty nice. I definitely think there's better ones out there, like there's the Icolos and then other roles you may be able to find in your vault, but anything that's around this range or this firing rate, 750, has been doing pretty well for me. So I'm pretty interested. If you guys have something that you think would be even better or a way to kind of take this class to the next level, that's something maybe I missed, please let me know down in the comments, because so far this has definitely been the most fun I've had. I've tried it with fusion rifles and snipers as well while running Crimson, but I just didn't find it as enjoyable because the fusion rifles, like, they just don't really seem to take a lot of skill and stuff, and you just kind of point and the people just kind of disappear. So it's not as fun as running the SMG, where I have to actually keep track of how much ammo's in my clip and things like that, and when it's safe time to reload, and just when it's a good time to even shoot the gun, because it only is good at so many different ranges. So That's the main reason why I haven't been running a fusion or a sniper. I know it could possibly make this loadout slightly better, but I'm just going in for terms of how much damage I can do per second. So I want to be able to get as many kills as fast as I can. Once I realized how close I was to getting that we ran out of medals, I decided to try to put on a class setup where I could try to actually get the world's fastest we ran out of medals. Now, I believe that this class setup will make a big difference in going for that due to the fact that you do not have to reload, on top of the fact that you don't have to go out of your way for the special ammo, like I was saying earlier. But the fact that you can consistently hit those headshots with your hand cannon and never reload your weapon is actually pretty insane. I've noticed a lot of the time that I didn't even have to pull out my secondary weapon. I was just strictly running the Crimson almost in every single gunfight. Every now and then, obviously, I would get heavy and stuff like that. But for the most part, after playing for about 6 hours, I noticed that I only got like 100 kills on my SMG and ended up with over 400 kills on my Crimson. So it just shows how much you don't even really necessarily need the SMG. And a lot of the time, you'll notice that the Crimson is good at so many different ranges that it actually makes most of the maps in this game mode extremely, extremely fun. So if you guys have been looking for new guns and setups to run, I highly suggest or highly recommend running the Crimson. Honestly, it will take a little bit of getting used to. I remember back when I had never used it before, back in year one, how a little bit of a learning curve was applied to it. But once you get used to that recoil and the firing rate, guys, it's absolutely insane. Now, I do suggest running an ornament on it if you have one. If not, it won't make a major difference, but I do suggest running it if you have it. Now that's pretty much going to wrap up this gameplay, guys. This was just a quick gameplay of me going 36-0 with this setup to show you guys that it actually is really, really nice to use. Now in the next clip, guys, I will be showing you my failed attempt at the world's fastest we ran out of medals, but it was very, very close, 16 kills in about 55 seconds. So hopefully you guys do enjoy that clip, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.